Okay, so Urdang Pre-Audition course, summer 2019. Let's go. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm joined by a very special guest. This is Grace.
Hi.
Grace is literally like my little sister, and she has offered to help me with these videos. This is going to be part of a little two-part series on summer schools, pre-audition courses, all the kind of courses that major drama schools run that you can do in preparation for auditioning for them. So last summer Grace did GSA.
So the summer that's just happened.
You're not that one, the one before.
Oh yeah.
Not the summer we're in just now, the one before.
And then last summer I did Urdang.
Yeah, so she did Urdang this year, and then GSA the one before. Urdang was a pre-audition course, which is what this video is going to be about. And the GSA one was a summer school, which is going to be next week's video or later on in this week, and you will find out about both of them. I've written a list of questions and I'm going to ask Grace the exact same questions for both of them, so you guys can get a kind of comparison of the two courses, what would be good for you, what would be most valuable use of your money and your time, and hopefully this video will help you guys out a bit. Okay, so Urdang Pre-Audition course, summer 2019. Let's go. So it was, I had just finished Urdang, I had a week off, and then I came back to London and I actually helped on this course, and Grace stayed with me, but we'll get onto that later. So the first question is about the application process. Like, what kind of things did you have to do to apply?
Yeah.
Was it easy?
So basically you had to go on their website and you click on courses like as if you were going to apply to the school, and there was a drop down which was like summer schools or summer courses, and you could click on the, for Urdang you clicked on the pre-audition course, and there was actually one available in October, so just before the audition process, or the one in summer, which is the one I did. You just click on it, you choose your dates. I think there was actually only one date that was available to me, the other one was booked up, but I did it was end of July.
Yeah, they get booked up quite far in advance. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I booked mine, like I did it in late July and I booked mine I think February, so I would book it earlier rather than later. It was really easy. You got taken to the Dang shop, which is where you like
so we buy our uniform and everything.
So you got taken to there and you get like a little receipt emailed to you. You just have to put in your name, your email address, and that was pretty much it. That's all you basically did. It was really easy. You just went onto the website.
Okay, so once you've applied, you've been accepted and everything, what kind of preparation did you have to do for the course? What did they send you? All those kind of things.
Okay, so for Urdang it was like a pre-audition course, so it basically was teaching you how to audition, and the idea was that you were going to do an audition at the end of the week after they gave you all this advice. So you obviously needed to bring material that you were going to audition with. So they sent us all, there was a male and female, it was like a Dropbox link, there was a male and female like folder, and in the female one there were 6 songs with the sheet music and 6 monologues, and I think 2 monologues were Shakespeare and the rest were modern, and all 6 songs were just from random different musicals. I didn't realise this until you got there, but you could do your own song if you wanted, or your own monologue. These were just like ideas and like things they knew were good for auditions. So before realising that, I did Watch What Happens from Newsies, and they sent you the sheet music and everything.
And so please print it out.
Yes.
Many people made the mistake of not printing it. Print out your sheet music and your monologue before you go.
Yes.
Please.
And what I didn't do, or I had it in like a little sleeve, but Lucy said they love, and they'll tell you all this on the course, but they love like
plastic folders.
Yeah, folders that you can just flip your music really easily.
I'll insert a photo of one now, because I've done it in videos before. Please take one of these folders, they love them.
They absolutely, like Lucy literally kitted me out the night
like,
before.
Take this folder.
So that's what I had to, and then my monologue, I was like, right, try hardy and analyse my monologue.
That's so good.
Analyse my monologue within an inch of its life. I had all my notes. I basically knew my monologue before I went, but don't worry if you don't. Loads of people didn't know their monologue. People were reading it off the sheet. They had no idea. I was just being extra.
But also, the more you prepare, the more you can get out of the course, because it means you weren't worrying about, oh, I need to worry about learning my monologue. You can just get straight into working on it.
know as much as you can, so they can give you extra stuff. You don't want to be told, oh, you just need to learn your words, that's first thing, because you know you have to do that. It's really not.
And also, I remember Grace saying to me that Urdang wasn't that speedy in sending across all the information. So don't worry if you haven't got it. It's probably that they're just being slow. But when you get the information, it's good. So don't worry.
My mum thought that like we hadn't applied properly or something, because we didn't get anything for like 4 months. And then,
but I suppose also you apply so far in advance.
And they sent you it a month in advance, so you have plenty of time to like prepare for it and stuff. But just don't stress,
don't panic. So the age range of the course, because I know it kind of varies between different courses. I was actually quite surprised.
Yeah, me too.
At the age range on your course when we arrived. It was much younger than we all expected.
I thought it was gonna be. So it was a pre-audition course. So I thought it would be basically my year. I'm in year 12, so I'm 17. So then my next school year will be when I audition. I thought it was gonna be my year and up for like people who want to go back to drama school or things like that. But there were really young people. There was like people auditioning
14 years
old. Like people auditioning for sixth form.
I think what we both forgot as well, that Urdang does a diploma, so you can audition at 16. So there was 15-year-olds there,
and they also do 16-year-olds, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. So there was people auditioning for AVT, for foundation, for degree and diploma. So it is a big age range.
And even so, there were people who were like, I'm not auditioning for 2 years, but
they were there.
They were like, I was like, wow.
So the age range is quite big, but they kind of split you in age groups, age and ability.
My group was pretty much all my year, or 1 year below. That was it. Like we were pretty much all in the same boat, which was nice.
But in comparison to a summer school where sometimes you can have people as young as 8, you're not going to have that age range in a pre-audition course, so that's where it's kind of different.
Everyone's a bit more mature, because you're not going to be sent to learn how to audition when you're
for fun in the summer. The next one, which I know is very important to all of you guys, and you always ask me, is what is the cost of the course-ish? And how affordable is it? How much is it worth the money?
So me and my mum were expecting a bombshell.
Especially because it's in central London as well.
We were, and with accommodation and everything, we were like, this is gonna be so mega. It actually was. It will sound expensive. It was between £350 to £400, and that does sound expensive, but if you look in the grand scheme of every other course you can do in the summer, it's really not. It's really quite reasonable.
And you're literally slap bang in the centre of London, so, and you get good contact hours.
You're paying for like a week's worth of college contact hours. It's pretty reasonable.
To be honest, we might as well talk about contact hours while we talk about kind of value for money.
I'm trying to work it out in my head.
You guys were in from 10,
well, apart from the first day, that was like a couple more hours,
8 or something.
10 till 4:30.
4:30,
So that's 6.5 hours.
And you barely had any breaks. No. It was constant.
So that's 6.5 hours every day for 5 days.
So you're getting your
So you're looking at like 35 hours for £350, which if you think about it is not a lot of money.
Another thing to do with cost is accommodation, which is a big thing, and I know a big worry for a lot of people when doing these kind of courses, because a lot of people travel from far, maybe not as far as Dubai, but people do travel from like across the country and stuff. So for Urdang, there's no accommodation.
So for Urdang, I was actually quite surprised. Like obviously I was lucky enough to stay with Lucy. I stayed in one of her flatmates' rooms who wasn't there, and it was amazing because I got to I basically got a step further. I got to realise how you live at uni. It was so lovely. I loved it. But my close friend Megan on the course, she stayed in a Premier Inn with her friend Neve, who was also on the course.
People did.
A lot of people, Travel Lodge.
There's a Premier Inn, Travel Lodge,
a lot of people,
Hilton,
a lot of people. My friend Morgan, she commuted every day from, I want to say Essex.
Yeah, probably.
Like just an hour on the train.
Some people commute to Urdang every day from Essex.
Yeah, it was. That's what people did. And to be honest, I know I can't really speak because I had free accommodation, but from what I could gather from other people, it's not too bad. My mum actually stayed in the
Premier Inn
that Megan stayed in, and she said it was reasonable. And the great thing is what probably helped, because we were at that week where there was that massive
heat wave.
So but you can walk to Urdang, and it's such a lovely walk. Like Islington's so nice. So it was really nice.
And the Premier Inn, the Hilton Doubletree, the Hilton Islington, and the Travel Lodge are all walking distance from Urdang, so there's loads of different options to get the best deal. The next thing is on to the actual course. So were the teachers at Urdang, I don't know why I'm asking, I know the answer, but the teachers at Urdang were mainly from Urdang, correct?
Well, basically there was 6 teachers on the course, and then your group got split into 2 subgroups for singing and acting. So there were 2 different, and it was honestly so much better. Everyone got so much more like attention.
How many were there in your group?
9.
That's so good.
Really good. Really good. And like singing, everyone got at least 10 minutes by themselves, if not more, per lesson with the singing teacher. So we had both my singing and acting teacher. They were brilliant. I love them both. They were really, really helpful. They were both from Urdang, whereas and so was I had Stewart for jazz, and he was great. I had the ballet teacher wasn't, what is her name, Tara?
Tara, yeah.
She wasn't from Urdang, but she was just as good. I think she was from Vegas.
Yeah, she was the ballet mistress in Vegas.
And she was incredible. She knew her stuff. So all my teachers were incredible.
And like in this instance, obviously Tara isn't a resident Urdang teacher, but she is a working professional and has such high credentials.
In many ways it made her more strict because she wasn't actually a teacher. She expected like you were a ballerina going to take class and not a kid in a summer school. Like she was hardcore.
The next one is, what classes did you do? Urdang, your timetable literally was the same every day apart from the last day?
Every single day. So the way the day worked was, the first day we had to be there for 9. It was just like an induction, getting to know people.
Q&A with me.
Q&A with Lucy. And I arrived at the crack of dawn because I was with Lucy, so I was
we had to be there earlier.
An hour and a half before everyone else. Anyway, so apart from the first day, the way the day worked was you started at 10, and then each class, you had 4 classes a day, and each class was an hour and 15, and you had 15-minute break
to run,
to sprint to no, it wasn't that bad. So I had acting first for an hour and 15. Did I say an hour and a half?
Hour and 15.
Hour and 15, which was great. And in your class, comparing it to GSA, I actually preferred this more. It basically helped you so much with your actual monologue. Like it was very like single attention.
And your monologue is what you need for your audition.
Yeah, she was. Lisa was so helpful with your monologue, and it really got you comfortable because I was speaking to people who weren't like, acting wasn't their thing, and they felt so comfortable by the end of it, like standing up in front of our group. Like it was really, really helpful.
It doesn't only improve your skills, but improves your confidence. So when you go into an audition and you have to do it by yourself, you're used to it because you've done it so many times. And
hearing other people's comments and criticism was so helpful to me. Like I was the 3rd person to do my monologue on the first day, and by the time we got to me, I'd heard all of their comments. I was like, yeah, this is great, and I got so much more out of it than they did because I got all their comments, and it was the same for the people after me. So that was so helpful. Then we had 15 minutes to leisurely walk to singing. Singing was pretty much the same. You went through your own song with George. He was great. He helped you. In 10 minutes, he had me sorted. Like, he was brilliant. I loved him. And that was for the first couple of days. And then for the last couple of days, you kind of worked on like how you would act in an audition. And also how you would speak to a pianist, which was really
that's really
and
good.
Coming in your room, how you present yourself. That was really, really, like, I had no idea how to talk to a pianist before. All that jazz. Then you had lunch for 45 minutes, but mine kind of was half an hour because I would spend 15 minutes at the end getting changed for jazz, which I had. So you'd have lunch, which really lasted like a second. And by the time we walked to the co-op, and then we went and changed for jazz. Jazz was another an hour and 15. And you basically did a really long warm-up, you did some corner exercises, and then you did a routine. Which is
basically the structure of a jazz audition.
And it was great. What was really good about jazz was Stewart said, I'm going to do different auditions based for different schools, so I'm not just teaching you how to get into Urdang. So the first day we did Urdang's last year's.
Yeah, like the one they just did.
The one that, they taught the actual auditionees, and that was my favourite one of the whole week. I loved that one. Then we did one that you would get given at like lanes. And then the last one we did was for like performers and bird, and then at the end you did your audition. And then finally ballet was the only one which kind of like stayed the same throughout. It was just like taking a ballet class. The only thing, she really improved me. I think I went to I'm not a ballerina, and I went and I improved so much because she was so good.
So audition preparation, which is obviously a big thing for this course because it's a pre-audition course. So you guys actually had a mock audition on the last day, which I think is like the best thing about this course.
Incredible, I loved it.
So what you had, it was literally a copy paste of an Urdang audition day.
Yeah, it was.
I've helped at Urdang audition days, and what we had to do as helpers on that day was the exact same as we do on a normal audition day. So you all had your numbers.
Yeah, it was really real life. Like, they got you in the room at the beginning of the day and you all got given your number. You got, another good thing they did, was good but bad. They mixed up your group, so you weren't with the people that you've been practicing with, which is terrifying, but it is so helpful in the long run because you're not going to be with all your friends in the actual audition. So you get put in groups and then you get told what you're going to do first. I'm not sure if that'd be the same in an actual audition.
Yeah, you do. You get a like timetable at the start of the day of what you're going to do, because
they're not going to see everyone sing and then everyone dance. So I had jazz first, which I was least confident with, so I was glad I had that first just to get it out the way. You can't really prepare, and especially they don't ask you to like sit in the splits or anything like that. So all I did to prepare was like stretch, make sure I was like
warm,
ready to go. Stuff like that. They give you 15 minutes at the beginning to stretch, so that was really good. Jazz was just like the rest of the week. The only thing is the guy who was teaching us, he sat at the desk and marked and like gave us our feedback, and they got another, I think her name was Lisa? Lucy. They had her come in and teach the class instead of Stewart, who had been doing it the whole week. That was the only thing that was really different. You had to do it away from the mirrors quite a lot.
Oh yeah, which is good. Yeah, there's no mirrors in the Great Hall at your audition.
It was really good. Yeah. So that was that. Then we had
singing. You just sing your song.
Yeah, singing. You just sing your song.
Acting. You act.
The only thing is there's loads of like waiting,
which is like a normal audition day at Urdang. 100%. You need to be prepared to wait
towards the end of the day where you just want to go home and you've done your monologue. Still people who haven't done their monologue, and I was like, but
so it was literally a full-on audition day. And then that's kind of all my main questions, but the final thing that we said we were going to talk about was the fact you got feedback.
Yes.
So you got your feedback forms emailed to you? Is that correct?
My feedback was so helpful, especially from ballet. She wrote pages.
Oh my god, that's so good.
And they were just so helpful. I didn't even realise I was doing what they said I was doing. Like for jazz, they said that I was trying to avoid that eye contact, and I was looking up and it was off balancing me, and they were like, it's just I didn't even realise I was doing it, and they were like, just we're not gonna hurt you, just look at us and it will help you so much more.
That's so good.
So just little things like that is so helpful. I got my feedback. I was really happy with it. But the thing is that they don't sugarcoat your feedback. They're not nasty, but there's no point in telling you that you're fabulous because
that's not gonna make you improve.
So that was really good.
So all in all, the course was helpful, and you feel like it was good.
One thing I will say is, comparing the two, Urdang, I was a lot more like, I imagined it to be like the recall of if you got through an audition. Like you were not the best there by a country mile. You were always on your game because you never felt like you were like
content and complacent.
Like you always wanted to do better than everyone else in a nice, friendly way.
In a very competitive way. So I hope that's answered some of your guys' queries about summer school programs, about the Urdang pre-audition course. If you have any other questions, be sure to leave them in the comments and I will try and answer them, and if I don't know how to, I'll ask Grace to answer them. And if you guys are interested in doing the Urdang pre-audition course, I think Grace would recommend it.
Yeah, definitely.
Having helped on it, I would really recommend it, and there's so many people in my year that did that course before they auditioned. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up to let us know, and I will make sure to have Grace back in the future. And don't forget to subscribe to see our GSA summer school video, the same as this, which will be coming very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!